Hey. I have to fart. Not anymore. Recording.
Welcome back to the Weekly Digest.
We are the Mouth of South.
This week's theme was it was decades, but in order to really get the full immersive experience, we gotta pull out the time machine. Oh, yeah. All right, hang on. Let's see. What does this button do? Oh. Well, this isn't right. Hang on.
Okay.
This definitely isn't right. Oh, here we go.
Oh yeah.
It's the 1980s and also the 70s and 90s and 60s. All of the decades in one. That's where we are. Yeah. So this person didn't even have to use a time machine because they knew that the theme was decades. Wow. Good job. We're so proud of you. 80s music is the best.
No.
Yep, it literally is.
One Direction. Take a look what you've done.
The only way that they could have submitted to the Weekly Digest and guessed that the theme was decades
was to this amazing, wonderful, beautiful email.
Whoa. Do you think that pineapples were invented in the 70s?
Pineapples.
A pineapple, apple pen.
And now, the weekly.
The Gooder.
Will make you hot like a
Hoagies and grinders, navy beans, meatloaf sandwich, sloppy dough, slop.
Cheese.
Probably cereal.
Milk. Probably either beef or chicken, I don't know.
I think butter.
Bread.
Or an apple.
Spaghetti.
Probably honey. Steak or fries?
I would have to say lamb.
The best creature in the decade was the Megalodon because he's big and blue.
I have something to admit.
Welcome back to Creature Feature. Well, okay. You're under arrest for attempted murder, drug possession.
No, you got the wrong person. It wasn't me.
Yes,
it
it is.
It wasn't
you have the right to remain silent. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you. You're under arrest.
It wasn't me.
Remain silent.
We're taking you somewhere you'll never escape.
Azkaban.
Here, it's finally my chance. Let's look at some submissions.
You know what my favorite thing is about the decades?
What?
Young Morgan.
Cause he's just a teenage dirtbag baby.
Oh, who are the people in your neighborhood? In your neighborhood? In your neighborhood? Say, who are the people in your neighborhood? The people that you meet each day.
What is your name?
Miss Glasgow.
What do you teach?
I teach band.
What is your room number?
409.
What do you like to do in your free time?
I really like hammocking. I put my hammock up in the trees and then I hang there and read books.
If you could travel back in time, what decade would you go to?
I think the 70s was good for music.
Thank you for letting me interview you.
Kimmy, what's 35 years from right now?
So 23, 8, nope, 1987. I'm right, trust me. Oh, dang it! 1988.
It's actually 1988. And guess when 1988 was? In the decades!
Welcome back to 35 Essentials. Today we will be talking about Essential 19. Make sure you don't bully anybody. Cyberbullying or physical or emotional bullying. That could really put an impact on somebody. So our fun fact for the week is, did you know that they had a teaser trailer for Frozen 2 come out, and when you clicked on it, it was actually Elsa and Anna rickrolling everybody.
I wonder when the Superstar was manufactured. Let me check. Ugh. It says manufactured in 1987.
I'm Kyra, and this board nominated me for Superstar Student because I won a cheerleading competition in Alabama, and we came in as last place and left as first place.
The biggest art was back in the olden day, like Van Gogh, you're the best. The principal's high five was originated in 1997, which makes it a decade.
Teacher high fives, teacher high fives, teacher high fives, give a teacher high five.
Welcome back to Principal's High Five. This week's high five goes to Mr. Durr. Can you tell one?
Absolutely. Mr. Durr works so hard to make South a better place, and you can just tell that he genuinely cares about his students. He teaches both math and science, and he loves what he does. You can tell by walking into his classroom that he has very good relationships with his students, cares about them, and just does things not because he wants recognition, but just because it's the right thing to do. So I appreciate your servant leadership, Mr. Durr, and you get a
high five.
My favorite fine artness of the 80s and the 90s and the 60s and the 70s and the 50s and all the decades is
One Direction.
Music. Kimmy, do you remember the 40s?
The 40s, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's when my mom was born.
Your mom is 80 years old. 80,
Actually 83.
83?
Yeah.
Okay.
She was a late bloomer.
We get to use our time machine again.
Let's go, I love the time machine.
Welcome back
To the weekly digest of the weekly
digest.
Bell Music News.
That. So, this week's theme was
1980s. We played wonderful songs, and I feel like we need to show everyone what the 1980 looks like.
to give everyone the ultimate experience. So,
Time machine. Time machine.
okay, ready? Let's turn it on. 3, 2, 1. Just kidding. That's the confetti button. Ha ha ha!
Got him!
Okay, but for real this time. Boop. Okay. Welcome to the 1980s, Kimmy.
This is a beautiful place.
It's very beautiful. They've got great music.
Yeah, like this.
Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna run around and desert you.
This person was not confused by our time traveling, and they are very well knowledged in time. And the only way that they could have displayed their time knowingness.
It's because they submitted to this amazing, wonderful,
Timeless.
ancient email.
Timeless. Alright, we should probably go back. Everyone! No, but for last time. Oh wait, that was the wrong button. Dinosaurs. Oh no. Run! Run! Foxwell's desk is ancient. It was probably made in like the 90s.
Whoa, that's very ancient. You know what else is ancient? My mom.
Welcome to What's in Mrs. Foxwell's Desk. This week's theme has to do with the decades. Well, you're looking at the decades right here. I was born in 1959, and so I basically was a child in the 60s, a teenager in the 70s, a mom in the 80s, and mom in the 90s, and the 20s, I'm grandma. So I've seen a lot of things happen in our society, and the decades are really fun to have lived in. Something that has to do with decades is this picture of myself. I was 19 years old, so this would have been in about 1977. And it is my opera publicity photo when I was 19 years old. One thing about living through the decades is you have to have an imagination to be happy in life. It's just something that everybody should have. And so I was thinking about this. It's one of my favorite things in my desk, and it's because I can have my imagination do all kinds of different things with it. Like, hello, Watson, do you have any clues for who the murderer was? Or, I can't quite Hear ya, grandson. Speak up. Or perhaps, I'm a little teapot, short and stout. See what I mean? You can live through the decades with a great imagination. Keep on trucking. See you next week.
How many words are in sports?
1990.
Oh! Guess what? That was a decade.
Yeah.
Oh.
I play for the softball team. I'm a pitcher.
What's your name?
Ella Watts.
Okay, what's your favorite decade?
My favorite decade? Probably the 2000s.
What's your favorite tournament you ever played in?
Oh, the COC.
The COC? Did you guys win?
We went out with a record of 2-1.
That's a I got it.
Compare a modern shower head to a 60s shower head.
I'm not 60 years old.
But you have a shower head.
If I'm lucky, my internal organs will never see the light of day. Aliens invaded the moon, July 20th, 1969. Netflix should have a rating system that says, I hate this, but I'm still going to watch it. If two people on opposite sides of the earth drop a slice of bread, for just a little bit, there's an earth sandwich.
Montage of all the famous memes from all the decades.
Hi, welcome back to Counselor's Corner.
So, what are we talking about today, Mrs. Kittrell?
We're talking about decades.
Oh.
You know, because decades equals progress.
Decades, and she and I have a lot of decades under our belt, don't we? We got a lot of decades going on here. And you know what? Love that terminology about progress and decades, because it's like each decade you should be getting better at your life. So whatever that is, and that is a whole life journey. Like every decade, you're going to be in different stages of your life, and you're going to want to do things to make that the best decade so far. They're
That's
fun.
all for this week.
Bye.
Kimmy, read this book about literally everything that happened in the 60s. You turn the book the wrong way. You don't turn
I read it that way.
Books, bookity books, 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 bookity books, 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 bookity books, 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 books.
What is your name?
My name is Reed Stanley.
What is a passion project?
A passion project is a research-based project, or it can be a research-based project, but you basically get to choose a project that you are passionate about. In this case, I chose to organize Dr. Van Otterloo's classroom library, and you have 4 weeks to do it, and it's a really fun experience. Last year, I did digital marketing for my dog, and I just love you get to explore new job opportunities or new ideas or hobbies.
What was the library like before you did your passion project, and what is it like now?
So before, it still had like different sections and stuff, but it was a little difficult. It was a little dusty because there weren't a lot of people checking out books, and I just wanted it to be a little more open to like the public, and people could check out books. Because we have such a great fiction library in this classroom, I wanted to give some more life to the nonfiction library.
Wichita.
What's your favorite color of a circle?
Probably purple.
So, what's your favorite shape?
I would have to say triangle.
What's your favorite shape?
Trapezoid.
Why?
Because triangles inform like stern and rigid attitude.
Is your favorite square?
I don't know. Like, a quadrilateral, I guess?
Yes. Okay, nice. What's your favorite decade?
The 80s.
What movie was your favorite from the 80s?
I don't really watch movies from the 80s, but I like Stranger Things, but I know it's made now.
So, what's your favorite number?
13.
Do you like the 1300s?
I don't really know anything from there, but I'm sure it was a great time.
What's your favorite color circle?
Color circle?
Yes.
Pink.
Why?
Because it's my favorite color in general.
When do you think Teddy's mom was born?
Probably around the 1700s. That's a decade, baby.
Job's a joke, you broke, your love life's the away. It's like you're always stuck in second gear, when it hasn't been your day, your week, your month, or even your year. But I'll be there for you when the rain starts to fall. I'll be there for you like I've been there before. I'll be there for you 'cause you're there for me too.
Yeah.
We have some important news, like the band concert is Tuesday, May 16th at 7 p.m. Not a.m. I don't want to see you here.
Do not be, yeah, that would be bad. Do not look for band concerts.
Turn in your library books.
Yes, turn in your library books. They were due on the 10th, but I guess you forgot.
Finish strong.
Alright guys, map is officially over, and so we're almost done. There's nothing hard from this point on, guys. Enjoy your last couple weeks. 8th graders of middle
strong.
school, 7th graders of 7th grade, 6th graders of 6th grade, incoming 5th graders. Hello, we are from the past.